In question 10 of the exercise, the problem statement says, show that A1, A2, AN, this sequence, forms an AP where AN, the nth term, is defined as follows. So there are two parts. In the first part, AN is defined as 3 plus 4n, and in the second part, AN is defined as 9 minus 5n. So we have to show that in each case, given this definition of the nth term of the sequence of the progression, we have to show that it forms an arithmetic progression, and then we have to find the sum of the first 15 terms in each case. So let's do part 1 first. So the easiest way to solve this problem is to actually find the first few terms of the progression and then check whether it forms an AP or not. So the nth term in the first part is given by 3 plus 4n. So by substituting different values of n, we can get different terms of the progression. So for example, if I put n equal to 1, then a1 will be 3 plus 4 times 1, so this is equal to 7. If I put n equal to 2, then a2 will be 3 plus 4 into 2, that's 3 plus 8 or 11. If I put n equal to 3, then I get a3 is 3 plus 4 times 3, that's 3 plus 12 or 15, and so on. So the sequence that I'm getting is 7, 11, 15, and the next term you can check a4 will be 19, and so on. So clearly this is an arithmetic progression with the first term a equal to 7, and the common difference d equal to 4, the difference between any pair of consecutive terms. Now another way to find to demonstrate that this sequence will form an AP is to not find any specific values, but to check the difference between, let's say, the nth term and the n minus 1th term. So what I mean by that is we already have an as 3 plus 4n. So an is equal to 3 plus 4n. So instead of n, if I substitute n minus 1, so n minus 1 or the n minus 1th term will be 3 plus 4 times n minus 1, which is equal to 3 plus 4n minus 4. So this is your nth term, 3 plus 4n. This is your n minus 1th term, 3 plus 4n minus 4. If you take the difference of these two terms, basically if you calculate an minus an minus 1, if you calculate this difference will come out to be 3 plus 4n, the nth term, minus 3 plus 4n minus 4, the n minus 1th term. And what is this equal to? So if you subtract this, you are left with only plus 4. So the difference between the nth term and the n minus 1th term is constant. It is equal to 4. And that immediately tells us that this progression is an arithmetic progression because the difference between any pair of consecutive terms is constant. So to summarize what I have done, there are two ways to show that the progression forms an AP. The first one is that you actually calculate the first few terms of the progression, like we calculated a1, a2, a3, and then you observe that the progression actually is an arithmetic progression. The second approach is that from the definition of the nth term, you calculate the n minus 1th term, and then you find its difference. And that difference should come out to be a constant, independent of n. And that can only mean that the progression is an arithmetic progression. Alright, now that we've done this, let's also find the sum of the first 15 terms. So we have to find S15. So let's use the formula Sn. The sum of n terms is n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So S15 will be equal to 15 by 2 times 2a. So a is 7, so 2a is 14 plus n minus 1. So n is 15, n minus 1 will be 14 into d. d is 4. So this is what we get. So we get 15 by 2 into 14 plus 14 into 4 is 56. 56 plus 14 is 70. So 15 by 2 into 17, or 15 into 35. So 15 into 35, this is equal to 525. So the sum of the first 15 terms in part 1 is 525. Now similarly, let's do part 2. Okay, so in part 2, the nth term of the sequence is given by an equal to 9 minus 5n. So let's find the first few terms of this sequence. So a1 will be equal to 9 minus 5 times 1. So that's 9 minus 5 or 4. Then a2 is equal to 9 minus 5 times 2. That's 9 minus 10 or minus 1. Then a3 is equal to 9 minus 5 times 3. That's 9 minus 15 or minus 6. Then a4 is equal to 9 minus 5 times 4, which is 9 minus 20 or minus 11, and so on. This thing continues. So we see that the terms of the progression are 4, minus 1, minus 6, minus 11, and so on. So clearly this is an arithmetic progression. The first term of the progression is 4, so a is equal to 4, and the constant difference is the difference between any pair of consecutive terms, that's minus 5. So d is equal to minus 5. So this is an arithmetic progression. We could also have proven this same fact by proving that the difference between the nth term and the n minus 1th term is constant. So the nth term is 9 minus 5n. Let's find out the n minus 1th term. So a n minus 1, that's 9 minus 5 times n minus 1, which is equal to 9 minus 5n plus 5. So that's the n minus 1th term. And now if we take the difference, we get an minus an minus 1. So you from this 9 minus 5n, you subtract 9 minus 5n plus 5. So you will get minus 5. So the difference between the nth term and the n minus 1th term is constant. It is equal to minus 5. So the progression is an arithmetic progression. We can also see from this relation that the constant difference is minus 5. Alright, now let's calculate the sum of the first 15 terms using the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So we have S15, which is what we have to calculate, is equal to 15 by 2 times 2a. So a is 4, so 2a is 8, plus n minus 1, so n minus 1 will be 14, into d is minus 5, so 14 into minus 5. So this is equal to 15 by 2 into 8, and then 14 times minus 5 is minus 70, so 8 minus 70. So that's 15 by 2 into minus 62, which is equal to 15 into minus 31, and this is equal to minus 465. So the sum of the first 15 terms for the second progression is minus 465. And with that, we've completed question number 10.
To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.